for a boat trip, I guess. Trees and fields. The front of the castle is there, way in the back there and there. And there is the ferry, but I just crossed the river with. I came from the other side. I'm now on the side of Antwerp. So I came here to take a connection boat that's going to take me to a little town called Bazel, and there we're going to visit another castle. So right now I'm here on the river waiting for my connection boat. It's a water bus, it's called, and here I'm waiting here on the castle that I visited last time when I came to Antwerp. This is where the water bus will take off from. This is the water bus that I'm gonna take to a small town actually called Bazel, where we're gonna look at Wissekerke Castle. This is the first stop, and the next one should be my stop. So here we are in Kruibeke. So next stop should be... There was the old wharf where they built ships. Now they converted it into islands for wind turbines, so they don't build ships anymore there. So here we are in our first stop, ready for the next one. Here I am, I just got off the boat and now I'm making my way towards the castle. I have no idea how far it is to go still, but there are lots of people out today. And this looks like a really, really long pathway. So I might have to stop here for a second and come back to you when I'm closer to the castle, because it's just trees and fields. I think I'm getting closer. be honest, I have no idea actually where I am, but I hope I'm getting closer. There are some houses here already, so I must come close. Way back in the distance there, that's a dike that they have built. You know, it runs all the way around this town to protect it from the water. When the Scheldt overflows, then that dike keeps it from reaching the houses. Maybe the buildings that you see there in front of the church, that belongs already to the castle, I'm not sure, but I think so. Here's a little bridge where I can cross, and yeah, in between the trees I see the castle, I think. Believe it or not, the castle dates back from the 10th century. However, it's not in the original state from the 10th century, because I read that in the 15th century the new owners got possession of the castle, and they rebuilt it, remodeled it, made it bigger and stuff like that. So the original, what you're going to see now, is there since the 15th century, but it dates back to the 10th. So, and here we are, look at that. There it is, look at that, that's a nice one. The name of this castle is Wissekerke. So Wissekerke Castle, that's what the name is. Very nice. Not completely surrounded by water, but kinda 3/4 of the way around, because probably over the years where the entrance should be there somewhere, so they filled that part up. So, and from what I read about this bridge that you see here is the oldest suspension bridge in Europe in existence. So, and that was added to the castle in the 18th century. So, pretty old stuff. Let's see if that 18th century bridge will hold me. So this is it. And of course all the grounds around here that belongs to the castle, you know. Look at that, with a nice lake around it. You know, it's a big one. but fairly common for old castles here in Belgium. Here we are, guys. This is the front of the castle. This is kind of the entrance, I think, or was the entrance. Let me go closer and take a look. Look at that. The lights are on inside, so wow. It looks like in good shape if you're asking me. But they do cultural events right now in here, so look at that. Close up. I'm gonna have a hard time with the sun to have this side of the castle, but maybe it works. Wow. And look at the cross there, a little old tower that is still standing. And it goes closer. Like old castles, they had horse stables, and this was probably it before, I think. Tower. I'm not sure what this is used for, but it looks renewed and modernized. And that part is kind of ruins. And then that part is fixed up again, so there it is. Look at there. That was the original entrance towards the grounds. As you can see, maybe the walls around it are still up. Let me see if I can go through here. Let's see on the other side. And this is it, look. All the places around here kind of belong to that castle. There is a church. And this house, I don't know what it was, but and here we got the entrance from the outside, so it's a nice one. It's a really nice castle. Honestly, I have been here only once, and I'm still surprised how good it looks. So as we see the castle right now, this dates back from the 15th century. That's when major renovations took place, apparently. But the original building was here in the 10th century already. So right now I'm walking on the dike that divides the fields and the river Scheldt. I know you cannot see it, but it's right there behind the weeds. I'm making my way to another town. It's about 4 kilometers away from here, or 2.5 miles. So it's gonna take me a while. I hope I get there before dark. So like that happens about 4 times a year, I think. And the water or the river threatens to overflow in Antwerp. Then they open all these valves here, right here. And they let all those fields flood. As you can see, there is water and rivers all over. So they let everything flood here. Here are more of those, as you can see. So when it's really, really high water, maybe you can hear it. You can't see it, but you can hear it. And when it's really, really high tide, then they open those valves here in order to prevent the city of Antwerp from flooding, because that would be major. That happened before in the old days, but it's a major disaster, of course. So that's why they created the second dike that I was pointing out to you earlier. And here is the dike, and then way back there is another dike, and all the land in between is low laying, so they let it flood completely. And then when the tide goes out again, they open the valves on the other side and it flows back into the Scheldt. There we are, coming closer to the town of Kruibeke. I'm getting closer to the river too right now, as you can see. I have the sun and the wind in the back, so which is a good thing. And fast enough you can see the water bus where I came with. There it is. Way back there is that old wharf where they were building the ships, which they now converted into building of wind turbines. Like the ones we got there, way in the back there and there. So I'm coming closer to the town of Kruibeke now, where we hopefully still in time before it's dark to see another castle. Way in the back there is a church from this town. And like I said earlier, all these fields right here, it's like a basin that they created where the overflow from the water is collected when they have super tide. They call it a spring tide, actually. So the basin that they created here is actually really big. It stretches about 6 kilometers long along the river here, and in certain spots it's probably 3 kilometers wide. So lots of water can be collected in there. And then at several spots they have those, see right there, valves that they open up, and then when it's springtide, and then the whole thing floods. I'm coming closer, and it's in view already. Finally, look at there. There it is. Up there. So let's go take a look. I suppose I can get there from here, I'm not sure. But we see. The sun is getting low already, so I hope we can see something. Seems like a little bit dark here. Also water and swamp area around here. So this castle also has a water. Not sure if it goes all the way around, but it should have water. Here is an opening in the fence, so I'm going to take it. I don't know if that's allowed or not, but I know I'm going to do it anyways. And I'm up here in the middle of the woods. But there seems to be a pathway. And this should lead to the castle because I saw it earlier. And there's somebody chopping wood there. I'm asking if it's okay. Here we are. Apparently this is a private castle. This is totally private grounds. I asked the guy if I could take a quick photo, video, and he said, yeah, go ahead. But of course there are people living here and they don't, of course, like it, you know. But as you can see, it's an old castle too. It was built in 1594, and it was replaced because 10 years earlier it burned down apparently. So and that's the entrance, I guess. So if it's private, I cannot get any closer because I would not like it either if I would live there. So like I said, the castle was built in 1594 and it actually was replaced because 10 years earlier the old one, which dated from way back, burned down, so they replaced it with this one. I have to see where I came from here. But this is going to be about the end of my journey. And oh, the name of this castle is called Altena. So that's the name of this one. So I'm making my way back to the boat, and I'm on my way back home.